Hello viewer, I just wanted to do a hindsight review now that the initial hype has started to die down on GTA 5. I feel I can safely critique it in this video, and what I mean by that is that so much time has passed that I'm not blinded by the hype, or that I haven't just put only 20 hours into the campaign and I've said, oh my god, 10 out of 10, game of the year forever, like some reviewers have. Anyway, on with the review. The single player I really like. For the last gen, it looks and it runs gorgeous, but I can't fault its animations either. I can't fault its animations. It looks and it runs smooth. It looks like the real deal, baby. But in terms of gameplay, they went in a quantity over quality approach. With most of the game, there's nothing, especially in the map. Just look at the map here. It's a pretty big map, I've got to admit that. It's one of the biggest on the consoles. But once we take it here, and the parts highlighted in red, put those parts into consideration, that those are the only real useful parts. Everywhere else is just filler of just feels and feels and feels. This it has a lifeless, boring environment in it where you will maybe come across a farmer, or you will maybe come across a wild animal, and even then you can't do a lot with them apart from shoot or punch them. That's not freedom. That's not good. The animals, you can only hunt them on a certain mission with a certain character. That's not freedom. I wanted to be able to kill them when I want, skin them, kind of like our Far Cry, and then take them to a burger joint where I could sell the meat at any time I wanted. But it's just a very on the rails, streamlined one mission and you get some money depending on that mission, depending on what you kill on that mission. It's very boring. In terms of the feature and expansions towards GTA from its predecessor, GTA 4, not a lot. Parachute, yeah, well, GTA 4 Ballad of Gay Tony did exactly that. I think the only new feature to it is that the addition of jets, but then you could say San Andreas did that before. There's not a lot new, and it's not that exciting. We've seen it all before. The only new features, truly new features, is yoga, golf, tennis. Yeah, that's the selling point I wanted in a game. The missions, very lackluster. They promised these insane movie-like heists where you pull off this insane stuff. You only get 6 of those in 69 missions. Only 2 of them actually pay. Let's not forget that the biggest selling points in the trailers, rappelling down the buildings and the juggernaut-like armors, were only available in 2 of those heists. Very on the rails, very streamlined, not sandboxed and open wherever I want. And I could go to any other game. I could go to Call of Duty if I wanted to do a one juggernaut mission. The underwater, another selling point, is trash. It's only used in 2 missions, and even then it's only a minor part. Plus, there's no interaction in the underwater. It's just swim down there or dive down there with a submarine, and that's it. The map underneath with the water, it's very bare, not a lot happening. Maybe 1 or 2 Easter eggs, but it's not what I wanted. Where are the spear guns, the harpoons fighting tiger sharks and FIB divers? Or an underwater base from the FIB or the aliens that you keep teasing us with, that's probably going to end up in just some DLC that's paid for, and that's not good at all. It's just a pointless quantity over quality addition. Now this is where I hate where GTA 5 failed me completely. The online. Jesus Mary and Joseph having a three-way, the fucking online. The online was a buggy mess for what? 4 weeks for some people? Oh, well, they fixed it. That's not an excuse, especially when they delayed the entire game 4 months from summer to autumn, and then they delayed the online for another 2 weeks. You can't do that, especially with such a game like GTA with such a budget of like $260 million. Oh, well, you can't rush quality, but it didn't even come out quality. It's a pitiful joke, it was. Even now, when all the bugs in the connection errors are fixed, the matchmaking makes no sense. Want to do just some team deathmatch for a while? Yeah, you can't do that. You better hope that they don't vote, because the vote lobby is inconsistent and makes no sense. If I bring up my phone and I wanted to do just races, once I finish that one race, it comes up with no races on the lobby, or sometimes it will, but there's no rhyme or reason as to when they do that. It doesn't make sense. There's no server options for police, day or night, weapon drops. If people spawn close or far, which creates a very easy exploit for higher players to just ruin newer, less experienced players so they can get their guns, their gun camos. It's just a very, very shitty standard by Rockstar, where they said you can only do this, and that's not sandbox again. The missions online, they're a repetitive grind. It's all the same standard missions. You go here for Gerald or something like that. You kill a few guys. You pick up the drugs package, which is just a generic box thing, and then you come back and you give him the money, and he gives you so much money. Every time the missions they have, it's the same thing every time. Go here, kill someone, come back, but just in a different location, as if that affects gameplay at all. Not to mention, it has such a low pay. Even survival missions, they don't pay that much. I think it was 10-20 grand. That's not a lot, especially considering it doesn't reimburse you for all the ammo you expended on it. You end up having to just grind for hours and hours to be able to purchase the fun weapons you want, or just buy our shiny shark card microtransactions. That was a disgusting move to squeeze people out of their money when the game alone brought them $1 billion. $1 billion. Why would you need microtransactions in a game that cost you $260 million and made you $1 billion? That could provide free DLC for the entire lifespan of the game, but I don't even expect that. But I don't want microtransactions for a grind. Because then the players become paranoid dickheads who will kill on sight in a preemptive strike to protect their money, because banks don't protect their money. You don't lose just what's on you, you lose what's in the bank as well. And those players who died will be punished with for a hospital fine, which, as we just noted, is shit, because money is such a drag to get. I'm pretty sure I missed more points, but I've gone through what mostly I've had to say in this hindsight review video. Even after all that, though, even after all that shit I've just gone through, the base game is still very fun. The characters are fun. The occasional heists you get to do are fun. And just, GTA is a fun game. But once all those missions are done, it becomes very stale, with very little options other than just collectibles for fucking 20 hours that get you a buggy that does fuck all. It was overhyped and it was overrated. we were sold a lie. We were sold multiple lies, and it's mad that saying 9.9 out of 10, it's not the score it's worth, and that's all I can say, or that's all I can say on that. Thanks for listening, guys, and if you like what I had to say, I've got some more hindsight videos. I've got some more prediction videos on Star Wars Battlefront, the next gen. Those are planned up. Hopefully I'll be able to progress with the quality of my videos, and like Rockstar can with their video games. Just, if you like it, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Thank you.